Yes, first of all, welcome back in the music business after a long time of your time off. We know that there's happened many things and some bad and some good. But as a first question, I would talk about suddenly about Abrahadabra. Abrahadabra. Sorry for my bad pronunciation. This album is really operatic and full of atmosphere. In some parts, I could define really esoteric. Is so strictly connected with the lyrics.
I guess it always is, very connected to the lyrics. Even more this time because we wanted to make the music and the lyrics like incorporated straight away when we make the song. So
usually bands make the music and then just throw lyrics on top, But we also work around. We start with a piece of lyrics and work the music around that too. So we do it sometimes a bit different. It's a very huge process, a very huge, challenging task to write songs from that point of view.
But for this album, you have studied something concerning magic, occultism, esoteric stuffs.
Yes.
You have prepared about that.
Yes.
And there is a precise story, a thin red line which connects all the tracks.
It's not like a concept, but of course some of the lyrics share the same theme. So it's safe to say that.
It's a very personal album. It's a lot about the band itself, a lot about Dimmu Borgir, but it's also about Alison Crowley. Silenoz has read a lot of books from Alison Crowley and lots of studying.
Not only that, but it's more on the deeper plane. It's not only my fascination for the character, but also understanding of his works and words, which is very important, and it's very different from most people that just read books.
So is that the reason you have chosen to put in more operatic and symphonic passages rather than a huge guitar work like in the previous album?
No, I mean the last album we think there was too much MIDI keyboards. On this album we wanted to do more like we did on Death Called Armageddon and make it even huger. And this is the hugest production we've ever done. It's over 100 people working, and also having choir for Dimmu Borgir just goes hand in hand, and we never tried that before. So that was a new experience for us.
Yeah,
it worked out really good.
The dynamics from the orchestral element is so much more potent than if you only use keyboards and samples. Of course, that sounds good too these days because you can get it to sound very authentic, but it cannot beat the real deal.
I've taken notice about more operatic chorus with many female vocals and many vocal styles changes. There is another idea born during the work in progress, or there was something previously planned?
We took it like step by step with this album, and the album wasn't really done before everything was done on this album. So with some things we decided before,
early on,
and some things we just decided to try out in the studio, And
as it comes along, see if it works.
Yeah, but there's so much stuff on this album, so it wasn't really finished before it was finished with this album. So yeah, but we wanted to experiment with a lot of different stuff. So there's lots of guest singers and stuff. So yeah.
Concerning the keyboard songwriting, who is the mastermind in this case for this album? You, Galder, or Silenoz, or
Shagrat
Shagrat
comes up with most of the keyboard ideas, but he also can play keyboards, you know.
And we can make a guitar riff and put keyboard on top of the guitar riff, you know, and vice versa. So, but I mean, all three of us makes all the music. So.
And concerning the guitar work, I have listened a little bit melodical approach and some solos, very rarely, but some solos. It is, I think, quite different from your music tradition. You usually don't play many solos in your album.
There's just so much going on in the music, you know. There's like vocals all the time, or a lot of the time, or there's orchestra, or there's choir. So there's not really a lot of room to make a lot of solos. So that's the main reason. There's actually several solos that was made, but we took them away because there was other layers, you know. So we decided it was better to take them away. So there can't be too much going on all the time, you know, because people will be too much for them. So
it's already a lot to digest. The album as it is, so sometimes less is more. You know, you have to give room for what's the most important thing. So.
Concerning your on stage in future upcoming on stage performances, in your opinion, there would be some problem to reproduce precisely.
Yeah, but we've never been able to, you know, play exactly how it sounds on the album because we always use the orchestra and stuff. So I think the shows we're going to do now is probably going to represent it more than ever because we're going to use some of the on the playback, you know, and have it some on the tracks, and then we're just going to use all the keyboards that we do on the album, but we're going to have that in addition. So
it's going to be live, you know. I mean, we're going to be full band on stage, and everyone will be playing. So
yeah. But we're just going to incorporate that as well, so it's going to sound better than it sounded before because of all this, you know.
I wish we could have toured with an orchestra, but obviously it's
bring 100 people out on tour is
too expensive, you know.
And concerning the choice, the vocal style choice of Shagrat, even in this case, it was. Idea born during a work in progress, or Shagrat would try to experiment something new?
He was like pushing himself real hard in the studio, and also Daniel, who was helping us produce the vocals and also did the drums. He was also very enthusiastic and helpful. So I think it's definitely Shagrat's most diverse singing so far.
Yeah, he was using a lot of time on that, and even on the pre-production work we did back in our studio, he was like working very hard with the vocals, you know, to try to do something new and all that. So, yeah.
Since from your beginning, you have reached a level of evolution really important. The level of symphonic black metal for you is right now too narrow for you, or
I mean, it's
unfit?
I mean, people can call us whatever they want to do. I mean, symphonic black metal is probably the best described word because you can't describe it, you know, because there's just different elements. There's thrash metal and heavy metal, and
the best thing is to not be able to be to have a description about your music. It means that it's limitless and timeless.
To be not closed in a cage.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, we don't mind if people call it this and that, but for us it's just good or bad music, you know, and we do believe that the new album especially is something really good.
Yeah, and the message in the lyrics and stuff is also very dark, you know, so that's why we belong in the black metal category, I guess, you know, because it's very dark.
Magic, esotericism, occultism is always subject used by many metal bands, but very often is there is an approach really skin deep, very super, not too deep. In your case, do you think you have reached your goal to use these arguments in the right way?
I mean, there's something that's never ending with the inspiration you get from the occult and the unknown, you know, and it just helps for not only writing the lyrics but also direct inspiration for making music too. So, and we have of course used that in the past, but I think for each album we tend to go deeper into things, and you know, it's obviously up to each and everyone how they interpret the text, but it's very obvious for those who can see. So we'll wait and see what the kids think about it.
Do you feel that the most people could misunderstand
and some people
the meaning of the lyrics?
Yeah,
They always do.
and
But that's not our fault, you know.
They
we're not
want
there
to misunderstand too. You know, some people just want to be, you know, whatever. So
An scapegoat for their crimes.
Yeah.
There's a particular question. You think you are ready to write down a soundtrack for some movie?
It's possible, it's doable, but when we write music, we think metal, you know, because that's what we are. So
I've never really thought about movies because it's a different genre, you know. It's,
and we're not a band that writes something that's ordered from us. You know, we write as we go along, and if we have a movie, you have to write the music to certain parts of the movie. You know.
But we also had like a movie for a trailer for Hellboy. In America, at least.
Yeah, and
so we've done that before. So.
We're also featured in the Stardust trailer. So.
Yeah.
I've asked you this question because recently was released a movie, Zombieland, whose the soundtrack is based on Metallica Ride the Lightning. The main song is From the Battles, the opener song of the movie, and the other tracks are always rock and metal tracks. Before, I would ask you which kind of movie you prefer to sound?
I guess it would be like some horror type, you know, or science fiction. You know, it doesn't really belong in a comedy, and also it
could be really interesting. A comedy with your soundtrack.
Yeah, that would be strange. I mean, some horror or science fiction.
Maybe Second City Part 2.
I don't know. The Simpsons.
Okay.
It's hard to answer.
Okay, guys, you were really kind, and thank you very much for your patience and time, and good luck for the new release.
Thank you.
And the tour.
Thanks.